Yup. Well, good evening to the rest of the Twitch. I'm just. We've arrived.
Dr. Warner says they OD'd on some new narcotic called Geek Chips. It's made from bitters and MDMA.
Yep.
Just so you know.
It really does.
Bitters and MDMA.
Well, okay. Yeah. Odafin Tutuola. What a guy.
How do you think we're doing on the game? Do you think we're halfway?
Progress-wise. Okay, so...
Yeah. I feel like we're about halfway.
I still haven't looked up a chapter list, but what we can do is we can take a peek at the trophies, I think.
Oh, you got an ultra rare one up there, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like your top one there was ultra rare.
Yeah.
Opened all lockers.
Damn, there are a lot of...
Oh, maybe you hadn't achieved it.
A lot of trophies over here.
Brought your own equipment to the barbecue this time.
Okay, well, I feel like there are so many here that I can't even...
Oh, yeah, you hadn't gotten it.
I can't even guesstimate story progress, so... Okay,
I mean,
but...
You're 18% of the way through the trophies.
But... This trophy is on chapter 14. 12 and 14.
Yeah, everything I was finding on the wiki the other day, 14 was, I think, the biggest number I saw.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm thinking that's probably about the end of it.
And I think
we're on like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I thought 6, but yes, it looks like...
Looks like 7.
Looks like that's where we are.
So we're about halfway. So we've only got like 4 more weeks of this.
Right. Yeah, I'll be pleased if I don't have to carry this into the new year. That'd make me happy. But
so a Christmas miracle would be wrapping up.
That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, I understand that scheduling gets tough this time of year.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we have obviously the Turkey Day this week.
Yep.
And then we got about a month until the next actual like holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get that weird Christmas and then 1 week later New Year's thing.
Yeah, what is that?
I mean, it's convenient for like companies that just want to be, you know, yeah, we're going to take off a week. But they're both on Mondays this year, so you know you're going to work on Tuesday.
Maybe.
Well, you know you're going to, air quote, work, air quote, on Tuesday.
Okay, so do you remember what we were doing? I think we were going to vandalize some art. I think that was the drill.
Yeah, we had to go tear up some paintings or something, photographs.
Sounds right.
Something like that. Oh, it's just Stefano's works of art. So it'll be his installations, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that
like
sounds right.
The people floating around in the cube with blood all over them. I wonder if you'll have to fight any more like camera head things.
I hope not. But I bet
I
I
kind
will.
of hope not too. I always hate it when a game... It doesn't happen super often, but I always hate it when a game has somebody who's like a boss, and then they become like a common enemy in the game.
Yeah.
It's very annoying. seems cheap. They couldn't come up with more enemy types. They just had to recycle. Stab her in the head.
I did, but
But then she just turns around and
She's-
stabs you right back.
totally fine.
Well, that is the problem with stabbing a zombie in the head, right? Like, it can only do so much damage to stab a zombie in the head.
I guess I'll come back to her.
I might not be so lucky.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be impeding you. Yeah, you might
Oh.
not.
I don't know exactly what the right approach is here, but I do see a statue over in the boring place over here, so I'm gonna
Oh yeah, yeah.
take a little detour, get a key. Oh, somebody heard me.
I mean,
No,
you do
no.
make a decent amount of noise with the
It's no big deal. Oh,
smashy smash.
that witch out there is jumping around.
She's practicing her parkour, man.
Parkour.
Yeah. She's got a YouTube video to make later. Just, let her do her thing.
Yeah, I'll do my version out here.
I'm still disappointed that you can't just walk off the edge.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like that's a real lost opportunity for the game.
What is she up
Because
to?
what happens? I'm telling you, she's just
She's just practicing. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, she's just practicing, just up and down. It's the only way you can get any better.
Repetition.
Yeah, you got to practice. You got to go to class and punch that bag 50 times before you get the form right.
I'm in crouch class right now.
Yeah, you're getting great at it.
Yeah, the practice is definitely paying off.
It's wonderful for your abs and butt. I guess. I don't actually know what part of your body that exercise is.
Yeah, it's like beast mode squats, right?
Yeah. I find it a little funny how he... I understand the leaning forward crouch for hiding, but it seems like that would be a really awkward and weird way to walk.
Oh yeah.
Seems like you would lean back a little more if you're actually doing the walking part. But then they would have had to model him 3 different ways instead of just 2.
Yeah,
So-
well, I mean, art is one of the biggest things you'll spend money on when you're doing
Oh,
the
yeah,
game,
no,
right?
I
There
know.
was an
can
article
imagine.
put out by the folks at Bungie. They were talking about the concessions they made in the animation system. Something about they made a kind of innocuous choice to simplify the style of motion that the player character did when they went to throw a grenade. That
Okay.
kind of, I don't know, originally it was ultra specific and really well executed in a
It was
in a
correct.
it was a natural motion. But it was done in such a way that they would have to do 27 variations of it depending on the different type of gun that they were holding. So dropping the gun from view,
Right.
switching to grenade, extending
Right.
the arm, doing the throw, and then lifting the weapon back up. I guess the motion was radically altered the way it was done depending on the type of gun.
Yeah.
And so
Which makes sense.
they basically cut out this huge middle section of the frame cycle and made it so they only needed one throw animation for
That's nice, though.
everything. Yeah. But that's it. It's trade-offs, right?
Sure.
So I feel like I'm supposed to get into this building And I feel like the only way to get in there is going to be
Out front,
probably.
dealing with a buzzsaw.
There's no way around this side, right? Nope, these trash bags are a huge obstacle.
There's absolutely no way that this dude who we've seen climb all sorts of stuff could climb on top of those dumpsters and get over that wall.
Right.
It's like, did you ever play the Ghost Recon games?
I don't think so.
Back when it was on the first Xbox, I really liked. It was like the third of the Ghost Recon games. It was pretty fun. It had good multiplayer, like LAN multiplayer, and I remember playing it with several friends of mine at the time, and one of them being like, "Oh, I want to get over here. I want to jump up on this rock. How do I do that?" And it's like, no, there's no jump in this game. So you're leading, like, the nation's premier Uber soldiers, and they can't jump on stuff.
That buzzsaw lady jumped on top of that bus. No big deal.
Right. Yeah, look at that. They're probably gonna do a collab. She and the witch.
You're right.
Yeah. So they're practicing. This is a nice looking hotel.
It is
Isn't
pretty
this
swanky.
some sort of hotel? Yeah, look at that. Nice fire.
They've got rooms available.
Do they?
Yep.
Might have to check in. This dude, just such an asshole. Can't pay for anything. What if she was the art all along?
I hope not.
The buzzsaw lady.
I don't want to deal with her.
I think you're gonna have to.
I don't know. We got a lot of photos on the wall.
Yeah?
It's pretty arty.
Yeah, and that fits in with Stefano, because he's been taking a lot of pictures.
This,
It's kind of hard to take somebody named Stefano seriously as a bad guy.
you know what? So, you're,
like, nothing
you're
against
right.
anybody named Stefano. Just, it's a little hard to take as, like, the bad guy name.
Yeah, it's tough because in the neighborhood where I grew up, my local fish and chip shop was Stefano's. You may not know this, having not grown up in the UK, but a lot of fish and chip shops in Scotland, or at least, I don't want to generalize here, but in Edinburgh, a dramatic number of fish and chip shops were run by Italian people. I don't know why.
Shit.
Okay.
But
Gotta find a key or something.
I need to find a key or something.
Yeah, you need
Oh, Jesus. So yeah, Steph was a beloved neighborhood figure, and
Right. He fed everybody. He gave them fish and chips.
he really did. He was amazing. He was there every Saturday night up until like 1:30 in the morning. All the
Man,
drunk people
That's a long time.
pouring out of... Oh, there's a fucking camera guy. Great.
Gee, what did I say?
I don't know. I said something about a camera guy, and it came true. It's like
I can call it for this show.
it's
This
like
game.
it's like you're the lathe of heaven right now.
I haven't read that one yet. Was it good?
It was okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I really liked the Left-Handed Darkness, which is in that same cycle, right? The Haim cycle or whatever it is.
Shit.
But
I can sneak by it.
it took a long time to get through it,
Ow. Fuck.
and it took like 2 or 3 starts to even try to read it.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good. I had no complaints about the book. Just took me a while to get into it.
Oh shit! My God.
Hey, what if
no.
they gave you a camera guy and a buzzsaw lady?
Yep. Oh, he's taking my picture to death. Oh no. Just let me through. Didn't work. Okay. Oh, here's some. That's, I mean, that's fine.
Well, you know, it'll be fine. It'll, you know, it'll do something. I like how they, it feels like, and I may be wrong on this, but it feels like each of the messages that you get on the load, is like extremely specific to what you're currently doing.
Yeah, it kind of seems that way. It also feels like a nice little rub it in your face. Like, hey, we saw what just happened, and you got to work this out.
Right. You know, hey, you're never gonna make it through this if you keep dying that way.
Hopefully, I'm done with those things for a while.
So surely camera thing hears that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't care. There's no way camera thing can open the gate that this dude can open.
Take a picture. It'll last longer. Okay, wow.
Wow.
This is
That's a dangerous light show.
This is some Resident Evil shit right here.
Mm-hmm. Watch out for them lasers. Don't get lasered to death, man.
I mean, actually, this is
Okay, Hoffman. Hope you're right about destroying these things.
this is not too far from some stuff that happened in the first game, I guess.
Well, we've already established they don't have a lot of originality in this game, so. Oh yeah, get a look at that butt.
I am all about that butt.
So, but they use the magnifying glass to mean smash this thing, not look at its butt.
Right.
That's a little disappointing. Should have been like a fist icon instead of a magnifying
you know,
glass.
So I think the prompt was investigate. Was that right? So I mean, clearly, I always investigate things by just fucking destroying them.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, Sebastian investigates a butt by just smacking the hell out of it. Which, I mean, that seems par for the course for this guy.
Yeah.
That also seemed remarkably simple. I mean, I know you got to do like 2 or 3 more of these, but
I think it's only one more.
is it really?
Yeah. But I think that's enough. Like, I really...
Yeah, I'm not saying you need like 5 of these things to do. Lust for art. Don't forget Buzzsaw Lady.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, is this the bus you were in earlier? Oh no, we're in a totally different part of town. Just an empty bus, except for one dead guy.
Yep, an empty bus for one dead guy.
Mm-hmm.
That was like my
That makes
favorite
sense, though.
Tom Waits album, I think.
Empty bus for one dead guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could be. I frequently just have Google Music play shuffle of all of Tom Waits' stuff for me.
Oh, yeah?
And it's been playing a whole lot of I can never remember the title of the the song, but it's like postcard from a hooker in Minneapolis at Christmas or something like that.
Oh
Which is
yeah,
one of my more favorite songs of his.
it's like it's a confessional thing where she's just
Yeah, she starts off saying
it's
she's
in her
pregnant
voice.
and
She's talking
she got
about
married to some guy.
hmm
Yeah, and then by the end of it, it's revealed that she's actually in prison and she's she needs money for a lawyer, and
right.
yeah, really great song. But yeah, it's been playing that one a lot. That one, and I think it's actually the Swordfish Trombones song, or Swordfish Trombone song, which somebody came back from the war with a party in his head, which is just an amazing line.
I don't think I know that. Swordfish
Yeah?
Trombone.
No.
That's the name of an album. I don't think I have that one.
Yeah, Swordfish Trombone was the name of an album. But I do believe it was also the name of a song on that album. And I have a feeling the title Swordfish Trombone is somewhat of an homage to Captain Beefheart
Okay.
with his Trout Mask replica being the title of an album.
hmm
Yeah, well, he came home from the war with a party in his head, and a modified Bogum DeVille, and a pair of legs that opened up like butterfly wings, and a mad dog that wouldn't sit still. He went and took up with a Salvation Army band girl who played dirty water from a swordfish trombone. Went to sleep at the bottom of Tin Killer Lake, and he said, "Gee, but it's great to be home." Yeah, I know. Tom has some great just random crap in his songs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like he's amazing at writing just these very interesting combinations of stuff. He came home from the war with a party in his head and an idea for a fireworks display. I can understand that. Getting a
Let's finish this.
come home from the war with an idea for some fireworks. Maybe.
Yep. That could make some good sense. Okay, so round 2. The game is a little different this time.
You're becoming ours. You shall be part of my
Yep.
obscura.
I feel like this is a very similar hallway to one we've been in before. Oh, hey, look at that carpet.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't look at all like a famous horror movie
Less
Well,
about a hotel.
clay, softer than marble.
I mean,
It really is.
I'm gonna go with not particularly. I get that it's a little reminiscent of that color-wise, but
Concentrate like this. A sculpture.
Yeah, you're not seeing the overlook in that.
no, we're talking about The Shining in case the viewers at home aren't well
Yes.
versed.
For those who don't watch a ridiculous amount of horror movies,
Oh Jesus.
like Owen and I seem to do.
Jesus Christ, what is happening here?
They're giving you bullets.
Yeah, and I might
You know what that means.
have to use them.
There's something on the other side of the room too.
There sure is. I'm making my way over to it.
Can't quite tell what it is. Some sort of bolt, maybe.
Yeah. Smoky. Which
Oh, a
is
smoke
interesting, right? Okay, so that could be a little hint, actually.
I have a feeling it is.
So the smoke bolt should provide cover. That's how I imagine this works. I don't remember firing one yet, but
I don't believe you have fired one on this playthrough. Maybe you did in the previous game, but I don't remember you
oh shit.
you firing one for this playthrough.
Oh, I'm not in good shape here. I'm just gonna push on through.
To the other side.
I hope not. Shit. Just gonna keep on moving.
So, if we're thinking about this in the world of the game, he's strapped to a machine where he's effectively thinking all of this, right?
Yep.
He's living through someone else's like mental space.
You think that's air you're breathing now?
Right. Exactly, that kind of thing. So when he dies, what happens?
I mean, according to the game experience so far, we visit a loading screen and he shows right back up where he was before.
Right. Like they didn't really tie into the reality of the situation as the world of the game has it, right? But yeah, what happens if when he dies? Like, does he experience some sort of really terrible vertigo of seeing himself dead and then coming back to life?
He definitely sees that you died message.
Yeah. Yeah, and the subtly just passive aggressive, hey, here's what you should have done instead message.
That's it.
You're gonna have to take out this Thriller guy.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out like how to get the angle on him, and I'm wondering if I shouldn't like spend a bottle or something to put him in a
Slightly
convenient
better
place.
spot. Yeah,
Because he's just all over.
he's very active.
I will
I
aggressively
think you
follow
could get
him
him,
right
though.
now. Oh, Jesus, dude. Okay, here we go.
He's got a really big boot on that one foot. Oh, I see. Never mind. It's not a boot. It's the it's the mushroomy looking thing. Oh, he just stabs him in the liver like 3 times. Like it's just mean.
It works, okay.
Well, I get that. I'm just actually that might be the wrong side of the body for liver, but y'all know what I mean. I'm not a pathologist. I don't know where stuff's located in the body.
I'm a software developer, not a doctor, Jim.
Exactly. Although I think in that case I'd just be like, damn it, Jim. I'm not even a software developer. I just randomly commit code to repos. And then people go, nope, that passes the tests. Let's merge it.
Oh.
Jeez, I was having the most terrible thing yesterday, fighting with... I thought I was fighting with Unicode strings in Python 2, because we're still using Python 2 at work, which is just... It pains me every day, but anyway. Turns out, instead, I was checking to see if a list of strings was in a list of strings, instead of checking to see if the string was in the list of strings.
Whoops.
So, once I checked the right thing, I was fine. Don't walk into the electric things.
I'm unable to immediately detect the path
where do you
through this.
Where do you go? I'd love to help you, but I'm a second or so behind, so I'm not sure I can.
Yeah. I mean, I can't like...
You can't smash the little red things or cut the wires or anything, right?
Maybe. I haven't tried that. Well, if I wanted to... If I wanted to do this on the cheap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was only one wire that I had to cut, I think maybe the other side here. Which one was the one that gave me trouble? I think this...
The pedestal doesn't tell us anything, does it?
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
I mean, I think that's just the person's name.
It is
but...
just the person's name, yep.
Okay. Yeah, Lisa Crane. All right, that's not helpful.
So I feel like this is the wire that I would want to get rid of.
And they shock you if you touch them, even if they're not flashing, right?
I don't know.
Kind of hard to tell.
Yeah. I will spend a second bullet, but I'm pretty sure I was on...
Yeah, you looked good.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's...
All right.
What if I go further around? Maybe there's another way in back here.
Going in the back.
Oh, there we go.
Can't forget about the back door, man.
I did. I really didn't think I would have to go all the way around for some reason. But when life hands you way too many electrified barbed wire strands,
That's both of them.
it's,
Should have done the trick.
it's what you
Oh,
gotta
now
do.
we can get into the theater. That's right. We had the paintings in the way of... Right. That's such a weird thing to have in the way.
Yeah.
That's such a weird lock.
Well, it sure beats key cards, I guess.
Yeah. I guess it beats key cards. It's better than having to like walk around half the mansion trying to find the red shield because you already have the blue one.
Oh, yeah.
But
Red and blue shield, that's the worst.
I remember how like cool that was the first time I played Resident Evil 1. Every time I go back to it, it's like, God, this is the stupidest trap or puzzle or whatever you want to consider it. Fetch quest.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all Resident Evil really was fetch quests. Fetch quests, jump scares, and ammunition management.
I wonder if she'll just get bored of me if I just like try to make a dash for it.
Guess it depends on how fast she is compared to you. And if she's boxed to a certain region.
Right. Well, yeah, so that's kind of what I'm interested in testing right now.
Yeah.
I'd like to see if she
has a leash.
If she has a leash. So, I'm going to find out. She sees me. And my stamina is running pretty thin. She still sees me. That's bad.
Yeah.
But she does not see me right now. So that was
Be more careful with these
fortunate.
things.
Okay, so the leash is not what saved me at all. She's still on the prowl. It was her general awareness.
Mm-hmm.
How far she's willing to look.
She zigged when you zagged, kind of thing, and then lost you.
Yep.
I mean, that's handy to know that you're not gonna be just chased, all over by her.
Right. And so the thing that could have killed me there is if I stumbled into another pack
Yeah.
of zombies, right?
Yeah, or you came back across the witch or something
Right. Oh, yeah, that witch I didn't bother to kill.
that you killed like halfway.
Yep. Figured I'd stop in here, grab a cup of joe, save it up before we go to handle our business, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm. Go take care of the, what was it, the theater?
Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do there, though.
Maybe we'll catch a movie.
I'd like that. That sounds
Yeah?
pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't been to see a movie in quite a while. I imagine actually, see, what was the last thing I guess I went and watched was Rogue One, like in the theater. So probably The Last Jedi will be the next thing I go watch.
I think Get Out was my last theater trip.
I have still not watched Get Out. I need to. I just haven't done it yet. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
It's pretty great. For a lot of reasons, I would say. I mean, I think horror soapbox time. I feel like horror is most effective when it taps into culturally present anxieties, right? You probably heard this from me a number of times already, but
I think so, yeah.
yeah, I think the thing that made Night of the Living Dead so effective was the fact that people were scared of the Negroes, right? That was a big part of it, and and the civil rights movement was just agitating a bunch of people, and that was one part. The other looming part was increased tensions with Russia and the space race and all of that.
And
and
Romero
so-
pulled all of that in as the beginning tension of the movie.
Right. That was it. And so that's pretty interesting how those things that the movie has nothing to do with were chiefly responsible for making the movie work. How the fuck do I get over there? I guess I'm going out this way. But of course, Get Out is a lot more overt. It's on the nose. It's not it's taking the abstract and trading that for something that's utterly concrete. What's showing right now? We've got some dead bodies hanging out from the center tower there.
The Eye.
The Eye is watching, right? That's not...
Oh, it has Veritas written on it.
He's gotta be in here somewhere.
I'm reading a RimWorld thread.
Is it
And,
fan fiction?
No, it's people talking about like playing the game. And somebody has a colony with two people. One of them dies, the other one's, I guess, bedridden.
Thinking they could sculpt me into
Um,
what I am not. What they created in here.
And both of those people died, so they're just letting the game run,
Because they had no imagination.
letting the game run
Because
until
they are not artists. They
somebody
were
randomly
trying
joins
to
the
manipulate
colony.
me
Because that happens occasionally.
to stop me. But you have
So then they get the
because with the power of the
notification of a refugee being chased towards your colony. You want to rescue them.
forever.
Sure, yeah. All my people are dead, but maybe they'll get in and they'll get a gun. And they can fight off the pirates that are chasing them. So as the new pawn is running through the map, getting to the colony, a squirrel goes mad, attacks and kills the pawn,
What?
or downs the pawn, and the pirates come and carry the pawn off. So that pawn's gone, and then like the next thing that happens is a squirrel self-tames and joins the colony. So now the squirrel owns the colony. That's pretty great. That's amazing. It's part of why I love that game. Just random crap like that.
So, Unstoppable Squirrel Girl.
Uh-huh.
I just got the latest
Yeah,
issue.
you've been reading that, right?
Yeah, and so the latest issue has me freaking out because oh, we've got a resonance point up here. Because it's the zine issue, apparently, and there was an AV Club article about it. Apparently, it's notable enough to write an article about, which I didn't read. Because spoilers, I haven't read the issue yet. But I'm freaking out about it because apparently Jim Davis contributed to it somehow.
Like of Garfield fame?
Of Garfield fame. That's what it says on the cover.
So Jim Davis contributed to the issue of Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
That's really hard to say. Squirrel Girl.
Yep.
Okay. Those are not words that I expected you or anyone else to say.
Well, I'm real excited about it because I don't know if you know this, but I have kind of a thing about Jim Davis.
Okay. I don't know.
Like, he's such a dour, fucking upset man. That I always kind of imagined that I would, like, the height of my life might be to trick him into a face-to-face meeting. And so this is on my bucket list of things to try and do before I exit the movie biz.
Uh-huh.
I thought I would be able to try and scratch 2 items off my my life bucket list, which is to get a face-to-face meeting with Jim Davis and to eat at a Hard Rock Cafe with a celebrity. So I'm going to try and convince him.
Get Jim Davis to meet you at a Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
This works. Yeah.
So yeah, I thought I would try to leverage my current employer somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And
can't hurt.
You know, just basically try and convince him that Leica was interested in doing a stop motion Garfield movie or something. I don't know.
Right.
I could bring him the script. Maybe that's
you gotta write
what
the
it
script
takes.
First.
But even the greatest entertainments must come to an end.
I mean,
The girl.
I will happily help you come up
Commend you for making it
with
this far.
and write a stop motion Garfield script.
Art form.
You
would be
Because that would be hilarious.
you're committed to helping me scratch these lifelong bucket list items off my list.
I will definitely help you scratch that one off your list.
So anyway, I'm thrilled to see Jim Davis's name. Like, I shrieked when I opened up the envelope and pulled that comic out.
I can only hope that I'm lucky enough to get to go to the Hard Rock Cafe to meet Jim Davis with you.
I don't know if that'll work out.
Fair enough.
I mean,
But still.
he's a very secretive man, you know?
Never understood.
Right.
He
Well, you just let him know you have to bring your Garfield puppet with you.
Yeah, that's how we'll do
And
it.
that's me. I'll get a Garfield costume or something.
My work, however, will continue.
Something's happening in this game.
Picasso
Yeah.
his blue
The audio is just nothing but glitchy on my end, so I'm not even really paying that much attention at the moment.
Don't!
Like, I'm reading the subtitles as best I can, but I feel like I'm missing a
It's
lot
just
of things.
there's just beeping.
Yeah. He's in his crimson period. He says.
Turns out he's Banksy.
Hopefully he knows it.
Beautiful. A bouquet of flesh and blood. You sick bastard! How will I ever top this?
This still has kind of a,
Find a way.
I think it was the first episode, you and I were talking about how this has kind of a, the Cell feel to it.
Yes.
It still has a bit of a feel like that, but it kind of just reminds me of, like, a whole bunch of movies that got made right after The Matrix came out, when everybody was like, "Oh my God, bullet time,"
Yep.
and it just got put everywhere, right? That's kind of how this feels with, like, all the floating, like, blood and the slowly revolving people and stuff like
Sure.
that. Like, it feels very just. There's nothing more awesome than bullet time. Watch us use it every shot we get.
Sebastian really ate shit on that one.
Well, he seems to be good at it.
Shit.
So what do I have to, like, evade the gaze of the eye now? This is like the opening of Metal Gear Solid.
Just don't let it look. Don't let it look at you. I am going to reconnect to your stream because it is just. There we go. That is much better. It was just tick, 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 constantly there.
And this is why net neutrality is so important.
Yeah, I don't know that we could have put someone in charge of the FCC who understands the FCC less than Haji Sai or whatever the guy's name is.
Who is that guy?
The guy who's in charge of the FCC.
I mean,
Yeah.
what is his deal?
He's just, man, he's dumb. At no point do you go, well, you know what, we should let ISPs make their own rules.
Right.
If you understand anything at all about ISPs. Do you see what they charge for internet? Like, come on now. It seems like a bad idea to just go jumping across the void.
It's totally fine.
I guess.
Oh.
This feels like, what was it? Was it, the first, like, Batman Arkham game or whatever, where you're fighting the Scarecrow and he had something like this?
Oh, yeah.
You were totally floating in, like, a weird void thing, and you kept getting hit with all these fear things.
Fear rays, right?
Yeah.
From the eyeballs.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
Well, I mean, this is not that compelling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure. It feels a little bit like filler.
Yeah. I can see that. A little bit.
All right, where the fuck did you go?
But I like these floors. That's it's a cool design, kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of like Greek columns, like Doric columns or something.
Yeah, they're kind of fun.
Oh, we made it to a dark room. All right. Guess we'll take a little mirror break.
Might as well.
We don't.
See how
we
you
don't.
see
we
how
don't-
you look.
We don't have any new slides, but it's
Nope.
always good to see Mr. Midnight here.
Yeah, he's a cute kitty. He's a very sleek kitty.
Yeah, very slender.
Yeah. You have picked up a decent number of weapons.
Weapon parts.
At least I think you did, didn't you?
I don't know. Maybe.
.420 handgun bullets.
Yeah, I could use a little more.
That handgun has still been your absolute best, like, your best weapon so far.
It's pretty versatile.
Yeah.
Doesn't take a whole lot of time to ready. Can still keep a good eye out while you're operating it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just a lot more ammo out there.
Yeah.
So these are all big numbers. I am going to need to save up a little bit. 200, 400. Actually, I think... Yeah, that's interesting. I must have like highway hypnosised the rest of these upgrades, because I really would have prioritized firepower and critical over things like reload time and fire rate. I don't know. I don't know why I did that.
I mean, I guess firepower can be somewhat counteracted by fire rate.
Well,
Assuming
no,
you have enough bullets.
right. So that's the thing with a game like this. It's all about
Yeah.
the ammo management. So
Yep.
I
Oh,
don't
you do
know.
have a new key, though.
I do, don't I?
Yeah, because you smashed the statue. Couldn't think of what that thing was called.
All right. We got some gunpowder out of it. And it's good to remember that I have 4 shotgun
50
shells sitting there.
Oh, the shotgun shells. Yeah. Always handy.
Oh, I have
Wow.
4,650 green gel, but I think the next big thing that I wanted to get was like 7,000 or 8,000 in that kind of neighborhood.
You could always
So-
try for the shooting gallery again.
Oh,
Do your Connect 4 thing.
Yeah, we had a good time with that. Let's see.
Well, I'm
Let's
just
give it a
thinking if
shot.
you ended up, you might end up winning it big and getting all the stuff you needed.
Oh, that's right. I don't talk to her. I just walk right up.
Yeah, you gotta just ignore her. Don't ever talk to the people behind the counter. I don't know if your McDonald's has done this yet or not, but the one in my area, I've noticed has a thing where you can order online in the app, and then you can pull up to the restaurant into designated parking spaces, and then ping them on the app that you're there, and they'll bring out your food, and you like basically never have to talk to people.
Curbside service, huh?
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but I kind of like the idea of not having to talk to anybody. That's kind of awesome. Look at all those shipping crates.
I'm trying to be a little
Just-
more deliberate than I was last time. I don't know.
It feels like you're doing well,
40,
from what I can see.
40,000.
Don't worry. It's just you and me in here. I won't tell anyone.
I feel like 40,000 is the one that I got already.
I feel like you're about, yeah.
Oh. No, I got green gel. So maybe
Oh,
not.
look at that! You got 2,000 green gel too. That gets you up to almost 7,000.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Let's go again. I can quit anytime. Oh, that's interesting. So, huh. Okay.
Yeah, wait a minute. You
yeah.
got the first couple of levels last time, right?
That's what I thought. It's like it reset somehow.
So you can farm it.
Sorta, yeah. Seems like
Maybe. Maybe it has something to do with game loads, or
could be chapters also.
yeah, or chapters that you're going through. Or maybe it's tied to a physical clock,
Mm,
and it's literal days.
I hate physical clocks.
Physical clock maybe isn't the right word, but wall clock. They like sticking those time bonuses right next to the X's, don't they?
Makes it interesting.
Yep. You're halfway there.
Don't worry. It's just you and me in here. I won't tell anyone what just happened.
Not terrible.
That was, oh, that was very close to the next level up even.
Yeah, you're 5,900. Or, yeah, 59,000. Rank middle of the class.
That would have been 150 weapon parts, which I would love. Let's go.
You can do it.
Oh.
I believe in you. There's nothing my buddy Owen can't do.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. What am I doing?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
Shooting
no,
stuff.
no. All right.
I must say, that is impressive.
Tatiana liked my performance this time.
I mean, that's really all anyone's looking for in life.
Tatiana's approval is very important to me.
Yeah.
All right, so we got another locker key. We got some extra weapon parts, and
That's nice.
I guess I'll call it for right now. I don't need to
Yeah.
wail on the gallery all night long.
No. This could always be a thing you do when you get an itch to play The Evil Within, but you don't want to stream yet.
Yep.
But I know that's pretty common for you.
Uh-huh.
You have a lot of days where you're just like,
Man, I
I
can't.
should go play The Evil Within too. But I can't stream right now because my
Right.
buddy Kenneth isn't available.
That's right.
So,
It's like spring training.
right. So you just come and shoot some crates and just see how you do.
This won't
Eventually you'll hit that 100K.
All right.
See what
So-
random crap you get in a locker this time.
So we were developing the stealth. Was that right?
You were working on the stealth quite a bit, yeah. If I remember correctly, you were pretty close to maxing out all the stealth too. I don't know, you still got a decent chunk to go.
All right. Moving on up. I'm all about that self-improvement.
Yep. All about that deluxe apartment in the sky,
Hmm.
inside someone's head.
Yep. That's how it works out here in the STEM Center.
In, what was the name of the city? Union?
Union, yeah.
Union. I did think the Union logo was kind of clever.
Oh, what was it?
It's like a tree, but with the branches and the roots like negatived out. So the tree's like all black, and then the branches and roots are white.
Hmm.
Kind of plays well into the whole like subconscious mind kind of thing, and brain stem, nerves kind of thing.
Yeah.
It fits in nicely.
It does.
Maybe not perfect, but it's good.
I get it.
Yeah.
So this is the room. Okay. So I came through the square door. Sorry, I got kind of turned around.
It's all right.
And, well, the reason I was a little confused is because this is back in the hotel area kind of house that we've been in many times before. And I was like, wait,
Right.
am I going the right way? This all looks so familiar.
Subjugation.
You'll never know.
It will be art.
in every sense of the word. But what is art without an audience? I need you here to make the piece
I wish Stefano would tell me, finally, once and for all, if video games are art.
Well, whatever he does is going to be art in every sense of the word. Every sense. So, just wait and see what he does, and then you'll know all the senses that art can possibly be.
Right, yeah. So
And
if he
then
makes a
you'll know.
video game, then that's it. It's definitive.
Right. Exactly. Or anything even close to a video game. Something that you could apply a video game to, or that you could apply to a video game. Any of those things, then you know that video games are art. My guess is probably, oh, excuse me. My guess is probably, that they're not art. But,
Oh, wow.
but it's possible.
Oh, I knew it. This piece is entitled Sebastian, I'm an Alcoholic, Castellanos. Sebastian, I thought my daughter was dead in a fire, Castellanos.
Yep. Sebastian, I thought my daughter was dead, but didn't really look into it too far.
Agreed. You're beginning to bore me. Your death will be art.
Stefano's a little
Time to put a
weird.
signature on it. I'm coming for you.
I tend to not do well when I'm trying to make art from things that bore me.
Like death.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. This boss setup feels something like the end of the DLC from the first game.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it just has that flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
My dude. Oh, okay, the shotgun to the face was not effective versus Stefano. There's got to be some gimmick.
You cannot hide from what you cannot see. What a great shot.
Oh.
Come and get me.
The sad part is, this isn't a final, boss fight to where it actually
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just progression through the game.
I'm assuming he's taking damage when I shoot him like that. Oh. Throw a fucking knife at me. My dude.
He brings a knife to a gunfight.
And a camera.
And a camera, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if a knife isn't useful at a gunfight, imagine how terrible a camera is at it.
Oh.
Nothing left of you. I'm done.
Now, it looked like there was something up with his eye in the last cutscene that you had, the one back in the theater.
Yeah, that is true.
So, there's something going on there with that eye.
Yeah. Partially, I think the eye is floating up in the sky. Ow.
There is that, yeah. He's just trying to keep you up to date on, the traffic situation and the...
Oh, shit. Oh, Stefano got the better of me.
How are you going to explain that tomorrow?
Aye.
You're gonna go into work, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, how was it?" Stefano kicked my ass.
Oh, buddy. Again, that's gonna be the end for me, I think. Nope, I'm hanging out. My health. Okay.
Just stand still for a while.
Okay, so the cubes that were hanging out are gone.
I don't think I saw any cubes.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, he kind of spawned some big cubes that were like suspended in midair.
I've noticed that there are multiple pictures that they have a light on them. They're all the same eye picture.
Oh, is that a thing?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a thing or not. I've just noticed that there's a lot of these. Man, I can look it up.
I mean, it seems like it could be a thing thematically.
It does.
Okay, yeah, the cubes are totally bombs. I think I'm out of heals.
Stefano. That's our bad guy.
Oh, so I just shot the painting, or the photograph, I guess. Didn't seem to do anything.
Alright. May not be a thing. I just thought it was interesting that there's the same picture highlighted multiple times.
Yep.
There will be nothing left of me when I am done.
Oh.
There will be nothing left of me when I am done.
Oh, well, this is cool. We, don't have to go through the whole encounter. Ow, ow, Stefano.
How much more?
You brute.
No sense in running. You can't hide forever. Leave for me. Celestine. You're going to pay for that.
I feel like the key here is just to not rush it. Maybe I'm being too conservative, but... Ow.
Prepare to die.
Ouch. Oh, damn, dude.
How much more? Celestine. You're going to pay for that.
He's definitely a brutal fight.
There will be nothing left of me when I'm done. I'll take care of you myself.
I don't
How much more can you take?
know if I actually hit him
No
that time.
sense in running. Can't hide forever. Bleed for me. Philistine.
Bleed for me is a very weird thing to ask somebody.
Going to pay for that.
I mean, it's important to him.
I understand that.
It is his
It's just a little weird.
crimson phase, right?
It's true.
I think he ignited his own bomb cube there. Maybe not. Maybe that was just expiry.
Just a coincidence. Yeah.
Prepare to die.
I'm getting some Joker vibes off of him too. Like just a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
Not heavy Joker vibes, but
I had
Little
so
bit.
much left to create. You've
Premature
destroyed
finale.
my legacy.
eh,
Look at me. You made me into a masterpiece. Must record it. If only I had my camera. Where did it go?
What a weirdo.
yeah. Only he had his camera. Rosebud.
Yeah, his rosebud is Veritas.
Last
Yeah.
photo.
Lily! Don't be afraid, honey. It's me, Dad.
No, no, you're not. Dad is dead.
I don't know what just happened there, but
I know that's what they told you.
that shot of Sebastian up on the stage, just the angle. All I could see was David
Come
Spade.
out, Lily. You don't have to
All of a
hide.
sudden,
Yeah. Yeah, he was a little David Spady there.
Come to Mother, Lily. I will protect
Do you kind of feel like David Spade didn't really
Myra.
achieve anything after Chris Farley died?
You can't have her.
yeah, I think you're probably right.
Like, I know he did a thing or two after Farley died, but
Uh huh.
just none of it was really good. Hey, you got another drippy guy.
Yeah.
Spawned by the drippy woman.
It was apparently,
Lily's mother.
yeah. I mean, that if that's Myra, that's kind of fucked up and weird.
Well, you know. Yeah, that is very out of left field for this game to be kind of fucked up and weird.
Mm.
And just a little confusing. I feel like you should be in chapter 9 by now.
Yeah.
I'll be out here for you, and someone else will be in there for you.
Kidman. She knew about
See, what you
Myra.
don't know is that he lost his wife to a terrible candle accident.
Totally unrelated to the house fire.
Yes, completely unrelated. Totally separate incident. It's actually what, you know, drove him to his complete and utter alcoholism was killing his wife with a candle. He didn't mean to. Just, he lost her to a terrible candle-based accident.
Well, that is
Now he's
chapter
now he's going
9.
through his demons.
I was just inspecting the post-its here in case there was like a password or something. But it looks like no, just rookie training. KCPD 1976. I wonder what that tip was.
Maybe that's the password.
Oh, you're right. That would make
See,
a lot of
it's
sense.
secure because he didn't write the word password next to it.
I get it.
Like, it wasn't like password :
That's what I would have done.
right? Well, because otherwise I would have forgotten why I wrote the stupid post-it note.
Right.
I would have been like, why do I have this on my monitor?
We can't do the usual things that we do in here. There's no slides.
Oh yeah, there's no mid.
There's no
Yeah.
slides. There's no cat. The save console is here, and also this delicious blood shrine.
I mean, that's how I generally make shrines. I try to get a little more spread on the blood than that.
Yeah,
That feels like they didn't try super hard.
did not bring their A game.
No. Martha Stewart would be very disappointed.
Where is this place?
Oh
Oh,
well,
hey, now it's
shit.
Doom.
I guess I should have saved before I guess I have a quick save happening right now, but should have used that save console before I...
Do you remember, I do believe it was an id software or ID software, whichever one of those it is.
Yeah.
Game. It was, I think it was called Heretic, and the sequel was Hexen.
Yeah.
Those were good. Those were fun games. I enjoyed those.
There was something about turning people into chickens or something. I forget what the deal was with that.
I don't remember anything about chickens, but
Like you could cast a spell.
oh, maybe that sounds kind of familiar now. I think all I had was like the shareware version of Heretic, and it was only like the first couple of levels,
Yeah.
so it
Yeah,
didn't go super deep.
I didn't have a copy. I know I had some friends that had it, and so I've seen it. I haven't really played it.
Right. I think that's fine.
I didn't have a PC in the home until 95, 96, something like that.
That sounds yeah. I want to say that I did not have a. When did I get my PC, or when did my family get our first PC?
Right.
I want to say it was maybe like 92, 93, something like that. But there was no internet in the house in 98, 99. So quite a while, So you can buy a Heretic and Hexen collection, which will get you Heretic Shadow of the Serpent Riders, Hexen 2, Hexen Beyond Heretic, and Hexen Death Kings of the Dark Citadel
That's a lot of Heretic Hexen.
for $10 on Steam.
Yeah, I think I have a similar kind of Quake collection like that, where it's like Quake 1 and 2 and a bajillion side stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was where I spent my youth, in the Quake side of things.
Quake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really played Quake all that much. We used to play Rise of the Triad.
Yep.
In like computer science class in high school, on the LAN.
Oh shit!
That was pretty fun.
Looks like they were burned alive.
Rise of the Triad.
Mm-hmm.
Torture devices.
Ludicrous Gibbs, if you manage to like blow someone up.
This is almost medieval.
I have some vivid memories of hanging out at my friend's house. Right around the transition from everybody ran DOS and maybe 3.1 to people started getting 95. And yeah, I guess pre-95 there was the whole dance that you had to do to get your PC to read from the CD-ROM drive while you were in DOS mode. And yeah, what did we do? We played this game called Quarantine. And CD-based games back then sometimes had a soundtrack. Like there was a data layer on track 1 on the CD. And then track 2 and up were the music, the background audio tracks, the soundtrack, if you will.
Yeah. I remember being able to put like game or just CD-ROMs in general into a CD player,
right?
And you could listen to like.
Right, you could destroy your speakers if you didn't quickly skip ahead to track 2, but
right.
But yeah, so that was a thing. But the flip side of that was that a lot of games had it where you only needed the CD to like boot it up, and then once the game was going, you could swap the disc out for some other CD, and it would just like seek tracks on that. So we had like a best of Motown collection or something, and we would play this game Quarantine, which was kind of like Doom, except it's a first-person taxi driver thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now. It's a 1994 racing person shooter computer game for MS-DOS and 3DO.
Yeah. So this thing was great because it was kind of like it was post-apocalyptic, sorta. It was futuristic. The taxi was like a hover taxi.
So it's literally a pick-up and drop-off game.
Yeah.
Where you kill people.
Yes. In addition to picking up and dropping off.
Okay. I get that, I guess. That's kind of genius.
It was really good, and the Motown really made it work.
Mm-hmm.
Because, every cabbie's got his thing, his or her thing.
Right. And now it's, every Lyft driver or Uber driver. Apparently, Quarantine required a rather powerful system when it was released. One of the original ads in magazines for the game used the slogan, "If you've got the ram, we've got the pedestrians."
Yes. Yeah, my buddy was pretty well-to-do.
And Quarantine was apparently one of the first games to employ the drive-by shooting tactic of using the Uzi to shoot out from the side windows.
That was the first time in a game?
It was one of the first ones, apparently. It says, Quarantine, long before Grand Theft Auto 3 and other similar games, employed the drive-by shooting tactic of using the Uzi to shoot out from the side windows.
Yeah, I do remember having to, awkwardly hold tab whilst also holding control. And,
That's not too terrible, I guess.
No.
But I guess if you get WASD going on there as well, yeah.
Oh, this guy.
It only got a 5.75 out of 10 from EGM.
I don't know, man. It was pretty good. Man,
apparently the driving controls were difficult.
Sure, but I mean, I I don't think it was any worse than playing Rise of the Triad or
there was a sequel.
or Duke Nukem or any of the other kind of games that were happening at around the same time.
There was a sequel if you wanted it, Quarantine 2 Road Warrior. And if you're still interested in having Quarantine, you can buy it at Moby Games.
Oh, really?
Moby Games has links to it at Amazon and eBay. I couldn't find it on Steam. So it may be hard to run now outside of.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've picked up some pseudo retro PC games on Amazon through third-party sellers.
Mm-hmm.
I got a copy of the Konami The Thing game.
Okay.
The copy that I got is apparently from the UK, but it works. It works.
Okay. Well, if you want Quarantine and you're cool with getting just the disc only,
That's not enough. They it comes with a copy protection sheet, where they give you like the line number and the word number, and you have to
you don't think you
decode
can
it.
find that online.
I don't know. It was like impossible to pirate because they printed it on a weird brownish red gloss
You couldn't,
paper
like,
that you couldn't Xerox it. It was impossible. So I doubt that anybody was ever able to record what was on that sheet. You know?
Yeah, nobody could have ever read it and typed it into
I don't think that's
a
possible.
text file. So it looks like this is the 3DO version of the game.
Oh, okay.
But it's like $750.
That's
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Quarantine 2 is also available. Doesn't look quite as good.
No?
I don't know, just yeah. And when I go look for it on Amazon collection, so not quite the same thing.
Man, how did I end up here?
I don't know. How did you end up there?
I touched a
Just
shrine.
wandering around in catacombs and
I don't know why I touched that shrine.
gotta leave the shrines alone, dude. You can buy Road Warrior Quarantine 2 from 1994, MS-DOS PC Big Box CD, new and sealed,
Wow.
for $199.95.
Sounds
if you'd
worth it. Yeah.
If you'd like Quarantine, the 3DO version of the game, still in the shrink wrap, that will set you back $189.99.
This is all very expensive for a, what did you say, 5 out
For
of
a
10?
DOS game?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 point something out of 10. Yeah, you gotta be in to this game.
I think I will just continue to cherish the memories a little bit, and that'll probably do it.
Maybe if you still had a 3DO and you just needed some games to play on your 3DO.
So here's the thing, though. I don't think anybody had a 3DO. I think basically all the 3DOs on the planet sat on the showroom floors in various retailers. And that's where all their usage came from, was people cruising and just like, you know what,
like
I don't need this.
In Japan that actually had one.
Need a crank hand.
Okay, so here's Quarantine for the PC.
Yeah.
For PC DOS. In the big box. Still sealed.
Yeah.
Brand new and sealed. $449. From the Russian Federation. So you can buy a Russian version of your PC DOS game for $500 almost.
Wow.
450. But you get free shipping. So
that's worth it, I think.
Work that into your price estimate there, and whether or not it's worth having. I am not finding anything really good on this. So But yeah, I mean, it's a fun looking game. It looks like a neat game. I'm looking at some screenshots of it. You got some dude named Drake.
Hmm.
Oh, was this was one of the full motion video games, huh?
Was it?
One of the was it an FMV game where it would do cutscenes of like
Looks like I can use this.
you know, live actors.
I don't remember those, but maybe they were on the CD.
Looks like it is.
And it just skipped him if the CD wasn't in the drive. Maybe I paid the price for
Could be.
for my sweet Motown.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember there was a oh man. CD-ROM, FMV, Lockjaw. There was a game I had when I was a kid that was a full motion video game. Not all full motion, but a lot of it was full motion, and it was pretty good. It was like some sort of like mafia thing. Yeah, there it is. Who Shot Johnny Rock? that was the name of the game.
That sounds
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
Yeah, Who Shot Johnny Rock? And I remember it was fairly fun. You were like a detective of some sort, like a private eye, trying to figure out who it was that shot and killed Johnny Rock, who was a nightclub singer. So you had to go, excuse me, you had to go around and interrogate different people. You had to go interrogate 4 gangsters whose names were Measles, Mumps, Smallpox, and Lockjaw Lil.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I remember, like, I didn't know what Lockjaw was at the time, and, yeah, it was very weird to me. It was a fun game. I don't believe I ever completed the game, but I remember it was a fun game. It got a 4.8 out of 10, so EGM really loved it.
Yeah. I don't believe in their ratings anymore.
No,
These just don't add up.
no, you can't trust any ratings from any game magazine. They are all just completely wrong.
I mean, games journos, they're all corrupt, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Man, I am all about the old video games tonight. I remember all of these things. There was another one that I loved playing from '93 that was called Veil of Darkness.
Hmm.
It was like a ripoff of Dracula, basically.
What?
So yeah, you find yourself in some town in Romania. Your plane gets shot down by a mysterious force, and this woman rescues you, and she takes you to her father, and they tell you that the area is in the thrall of this local vampire lord, and you've been prophesied to be the one to kill the vampire and free the village or whatever. And so you have to go find, these weapons and stuff to like break a curse or something like that, and eventually you get to kill the vampire and free the town.
Hmm.
It was fun. It had some neat stuff in it. Like if you were carrying, the more stuff you carried, your little backpack icon would get like bulgy if you were carrying too much stuff. there was a like a player's face kind of thing, you know, like a Doom where you up. But this what excuse me, this one would show you like what your conditions were, like if you were cursed or whatever.
Sure.
And if you were injured, there was a representation of you in a coffin. If you were injured, the thing in the coffin would slowly start to become a skeleton
Whoa.
as you got more injured. It was a cool game.
So you might not be into it, but
Okay.
yeah. So the Minor Key Games, these indies, who I fawn over on Twitter. They made a roguelike called Eldritch, which was all Lovecraftian, and they
I
made
saw that one the other day on Steam.
yeah, and they made another game. Actually, you would probably be into both of them. The twin brothers that run this company. So one of them has been doing the 3D stuff, and then another one has written all kinds of articles for what used to be Game Developer Magazine. I forget, Gamma Sutra, I guess, is what the academic side is. Anyway, so his articles have been about emulating old CRTs and stuff. He does like 2D platformers in the style of, I don't know, it reminds me of Dizzy, which you may not have played, but Dizzy Worlds, Dizzy Treasure Island, whatever. I guess probably closer to his inspiration would have been things like Wonder Boy, maybe.
Okay.
Anyway, the game that kicked off this whole train of thought was the 3D one that came out after Eldritch, and I think it's called Slayer Shock. And it's basically, I don't know, riffing on some of the stuff that was done in the prior two games, as far as immersive sim kind of tactical sneaky action goes, but it was kind of modeled around. It's like a bootleg Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV show.
Okay.
And you run around different parts of the town, and you try to flush out the vampires wherever they are, and the other things. Pretty fun.
What did you say the name of this one was?
Slayer Shock.
Slayer Shock. Role-playing game about hunting vampires in Nebraska.
Hello?
Huh.
Can anybody hear me? Wait. No.
Those are some
Still here. It wasn't
interesting
all right.
graphics.
Hello?
Yeah, he made all of his art with Blender, which I enjoy.
Uh-huh.
Everyone, please.
You can currently, at the time of this this broadcast, you can get a complete bundle of all of the Minor Key games for $68.
That's a good deal. Yeah, I mean
that's
they've
my cost. I may own one or two of these. Oh no, I don't. I don't think so, yeah.
they put out quite a collection over the last few years. I mean, they've done a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean that'll get you Eldritch. That'll get you Super Win the Game, which I've heard is pretty good. Neon Struct, 2 Gunmetal Arcadia game, Slayer Shock, and Eponymous.
Eponymous is the brand new one that I haven't seen anything about yet.
It has been out a whopping month at this point, so yeah.
So it's overdue. Yeah, and I think that was Kyle's first 3D game, at least as a Minor Key employee.
Oh, is it Eponymous?
Yep.
Okay.
Or at least that's what I inferred from him talking about it.
Okay. Well, it looks like Eldritch Neon Struct and Eponymous and Slayer Shock are all 3D games. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Those
no,
were
that's neat.
those were primarily made by Dave,
By
the
by other
other
people.
the other twin.
Yeah.
So Dave was doing the 3D stuff, and Kyle was doing the predominantly 2D stuff.
Mm. No, that's cool. I want to get back to doing the Blood Custom. I just time is a premium currently.
Yep.
So I keep getting people subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I feel bad because I haven't put anything on there in months. So I'm not sure why they're subscribing, but there they are.
Well, you know, they will just get notified whenever you're ready.
Yeah, they will. It's not like it costs them anything to follow.
Right.
So maybe I'll live stream Thanksgiving and put it on.
What kind of a game is Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I think it depends on who you spend it with,
Oh,
who you play it with.
it's a team game.
You just shot that dude right in the nuts.
I didn't mean to. I kind of panicked a little bit.
I think that should be rewarded more in games. That would be a very effective play for somebody. Go for the genitalia, like that's gonna work.
So what I want to understand is if there's a material penalty for crafting out in the field versus I don't think there is. I think it's the same. I don't know why.
Versus at a bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it's the same cost wise.
Right.
But maybe, well, you can't do the weapons upgrades except at a bench, right?
Right.
I
think I got turned around again. Which
also, I noticed that you could have crafted a medical kit if you'd wanted to.
Oh, good idea.
I don't think you're low, but never hurts to have another.
You're right. Absolutely. I guess I could also
I guess you are low. You don't have any.
well, you can only carry one. So
Right. Right. So if you can ever craft any, you're low. Get them harpoons.
I guess maybe this is the way I'm going. Okay. Oh no, candles. My fear.
Better watch out, man.
What's going on?
Only by descending can you rise again.
It's like
You're
that.
climbing down a ladder, that's what's going on.
It's like that Batman movie, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that guy does sound a little bit like So you've been reading the Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl. God, I have a hard time with that name.
It's tough.
It also doesn't help that I've had a smidgen of alcohol tonight.
Yeah.
I've been reading Rachel Rising, I want to say the name is.
Okay.
It's been interesting. I read the first collection. I haven't read the second collection yet, but it's been interesting. It's about a woman who comes back to life. She wakes up in a
daughter doesn't lost.
she wakes up in a grave, basically,
Yikes.
and claws her way out, and then she can't die.
Who are you? What do you want with me?
So yeah, it's been interesting so far.
Yeah, that sounds pretty neat.
Yeah, I tried out the Comixology's Unlimited thing,
Yeah.
Lily?
which is I don't know. It's badly named.
Does it come with a bunch of limits?
Well, there's a lot of books that are not included in the Unlimited.
Sure.
So there's a lot of things that you're limited from reading. So that's disappointing. But it's got some neat stuff, and it's got some decent stuff. So I've basically just been sticking to that, not trying to read anything that's not like, I'm not buying anything extra.
Right. Yeah, so I subscribed to a bunch of comics, actually, as a part of, I don't know, it's like a New Year's resolution, I guess, but not coinciding with New Year's.
Sure.
I wanted more things that I could do at night that weren't screen related, so I might be able to sleep better.
Okay.
So I got some subscriptions from Marvel for physical comics, so they mail them to me. And yeah, I got Squirrel Girl, I got Jessica Jones, and what's that other one that really wasn't really for me? Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, I think.
Huh.
It's a little more for a younger audience, I think.
Okay.
I didn't check the recommended age ratings or whatever. I should have.
Right.
I jumped on it because of the artwork.
Okay.
But yeah, Squirrel Girl and Jessica Jones have been great. They are cracking me up in unusual ways.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Yeah, it turns out that Squirrel Girl is a computer science student in her human non-heroic life. So there are all kinds of programming jokes in this comic.
Well, that's fun. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that, right?
No, you absolutely can't. I will
Nobody's
always
ever had anything bad happen by being a computer science major.
No. I'm just saying, I will always chuckle when somebody tries to kill Dash-9, a giant robot dinosaur.
I mean, it's not a bad first step. I can see trying that out as like the first thing you do.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl Volume 1 is on Unlimited. That's a
Not so
collection of
limited
first-
after all.
Yeah, I may have to.
Well, these
I have
guys
to
are
borrow that
obnoxious.
one. That gets Squirrel Girl 1 through 4 and Marvel Superheroes number 8. Yeah, I'll borrow that. Give it a try.
Oh, why did these guys suck so much?
I tried out the new Ms. Marvel, So not Captain Marvel, the blonde woman that flies around,
Sure.
but Ms. Marvel, the Muslim girl from Jersey City,
Oh.
who can like change her size and stuff. It was pretty good. I read the first volume or two of that, whichever ones were unlimited. It was pretty good. It was interesting. Her having to deal with religion and conservative parents to some degree, and then also with the sudden onset of her powers.
You're right in there on the origin, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I was reading. How far the comic has actually gone in days since, or years since, however long it's been. But it was good. It had a lot of good, like, fairly positive messages kind of thing. Smash that bottle.
Yeah, I really, I didn't expect that bottle smash, get out of jail free ability. I didn't think I was going to get a whole lot of mileage out of it, because
No,
I wasn't getting grabbed that much, but
it's working out well for you so far on this
I'm
one.
getting grabbed a lot more these days.
These guys have a very the Mummy 2 kind of vibe to them.
Is that what that is?
Did you not ever see the second Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser?
I have never seen a Mummy movie.
Oh man! So the first two Mummy movies that Brendan Fraser did with Rachel Weisz or whatever her name is,
Yeah,
those are excellent.
really.
They're funny. The special effects are terrible now, but for the time when they were made, they were pretty good. They're very well written. Brendan plays basically the role he should always be playing, which is like a slightly goofier Indiana Jones-esque character.
Oh no, as opposed to the Nick Cage version, which is like the slightly odder and not as charismatic Indiana Jones.
Yeah. No, Brendan Fraser, like, this is like the perfect role for him. It's basically the role. It's basically, I wish he only ever played this role and never any others, other than maybe Encino Man.
I liked his Bedazzled. His I forget.
Bedazzled.
I don't think they kept the Stanley Moon name for the character, but which is of course who my cat Stanley is named after.
I don't remember Bedazzled, so I may not have watched it, or if I did, it wasn't memorable to me. But I mean, like, I thought Monkey Bone was funny when I was 16. I haven't seen it since because it wasn't good enough to watch again. But yeah, the first two Mummy movies, I end up rewatching those about, I don't know, once every year, once every 2 years. Just as it'd be fun to watch the Mummy movie. But these guys kind of look like the bad guy, like, zombie warriors that came out for the second Mummy movie.
This guy's gonna solo me, huh? Holy shit.
I wasn't as big of a fan of the Scorpion King movies, though. Those were not nearly as good.
Were they related somehow?
Yeah, so in the first Mummy movie, they accidentally free the mummy, and they have to defeat him, right? In the second Mummy movie, it was... what was it? It was something to do with the mummy's consort, the woman that he was killed for loving. Aksuna Moon or something like that. And the Scorpion King was somehow involved because Brendan Fraser's son puts on the bracelet that summoned or belongs to the Scorpion King.
Wait. Is Brendan Fraser's son The Rock?
No, but
Damn.
The Rock is the Scorpion King.
Yes, that's, I mean,
Um,
I was
yeah.
I was taking a
No.
little journey there. I guess
Yeah.
that wasn't right.
I understand. No, his son is fairly annoying in the movie. But the movie was still good. So then everybody loved The Rock as the Scorpion King, of course. Because The Rock is amazing as
He's
an
pretty
actor.
good.
You know, I have been really like amazed and surprised at how good he is at being an actor.
Really?
I mean, I expect, you know, like wrestlers, there's a lot of acting involved in that. I expect him to have the ability to act. But how well he has done at like doing something other than just tough guy, you know, I'm a big dude roles,
He is a big dude.
he is. But it's impressive. You know, he did all that singing for Moana. He did that. Like, he's an impressive dude. But yeah, so then they made the Scorpion King movies, and they were not nearly as good as the Mummy movies. But the third Mummy movie was crap, even though it had Jet Li in it.
Oh.
So
You could use some help, detective.
yeah, everybody's got to have a bad movie, right?
So was the third one, is that also with Brendan Fraser, or is that the one with
It
Tom
is.
Cruise?
No, the Tom Cruise one has nothing to do with the ones other than they're made by Universal and they're about the mummy.
Okay.
Yeah, the Tom Cruise ones are the Tom Cruise one, from what I've heard, is just absolutely terrible. I haven't
Oh.
watched it yet. I very rarely find myself liking Tom Cruise movies, so I tend to just
Detective
avoid them.
Castellanos. Good to see you again.
What was it? The Die Another Day,
There's nothing wrong
Live
with
Tomorrow,
being
whatever
cautious,
the
but
what
you
was the one where
can't
he
avoid fighting
constantly
crime.
died and came back to life?
You should think
Yep.
about adding
That one. That one was good. Or was decent at least. But a lot of his others are just terrible movies. So I did really love and he was the better vampire. It was always Lestat over whatever Brad Pitt's character's name was.
Yeah. Brad Pitt was a punk.
Yeah. Like, who cared? Lestat was the cool one.
Yep.
But yeah. So yeah, you should check out The Mummy at some point. Give it a try.
I did, this was a couple of weeks ago, actually. We were talking about Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
did.
I saw you watched the first few Halloween movies, right?
Right. So I had seen the first one. I hadn't seen any of the others, but
Okay.
But yeah, I went back and I watched 2 and 3, and
And
I mean 2 was like you said, it just kind of picked up exactly where 1 left off, which I found kind of great. That was,
I mean, it's like seconds later.
yeah, the same
It's
breath.
so good.
It was,
Yeah.
oh god, this movie is over. Oh no, this one is continuing now.
Right.
Okay.
And watching Halloween 1 and 2 like back to back is like a perfect combo. Cuz you get that like you get the rush of, you know, relief that things are done.
Yeah,
And then 2 starts up and it's like, shit, it's not done yet. He's still coming.
totally not done. Right.
Yeah. And then you watched 3, right?
Yeah, and so 3, I don't know what to say. I think,
Well, you remember me saying it was not a good movie.
yes, I do remember you saying that. And so my feeling is,
Uh-huh.
it's, I don't know how to say this. So, have you ever seen Strange Brew?
That's the SCTV spinoff, right?
The
Strange Brew.
SCTV. So it was.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's the Mackenzie brothers are the characters, which is.
Yeah. The Canadians, they go make their beer and stuff goes. Yeah. That was a spinoff from SCTV, I do believe.
Okay, so I didn't know they were regular characters. I know that they must have done something, but it's what's his name, the Ghostbusters guy. What is his name?
Rick
Moranis, and that other guy,
David Thomas.
the other famous Canadian.
I'm looking at the IMDb page.
Yes.
I'm remembering all of this, but yes.
But anyway, yeah, it's like an adaptation of Macbeth or something weird like that. But it's got the same vibe where it's like it's goofy and there's like all of the secrecy and they're like infiltrating some business. I don't know. I kept thinking back to Strange Brew that whole time.
The whole time you're watching Halloween 3?
Yeah.
Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
Which is just such an amazing subtitle that means like almost nothing for the movie.
Yeah. I mean, there was like nothing. I mean, unless you're talking about the masks.
Well, I mean, there's literally the guy who's a witch, right?
Was he really a witch, though?
I do believe he claimed to be a witch or something like that.
I must have missed that.
And then there's the whole it's Halloween thing.
Because when I got up from my couch and I walked out of the room after it was over, I was like, damn. There's literally nothing to do with a witch happening in this whole thing. Like I mean, it's an Irish mask factory. That's
it's a mask factory where they are embedding. What was it? It was like embedding chunks of like.
There's like a tag
Stonehenge
on
or something like that.
Was it Stonehenge? I don't know.
They were it was a stolen boulder from Stonehenge, and they're embedding like tiny little pieces of that in the mask or something, so that the toy maker Celtic witch dude could control people or kill people, I guess he just wanted to kill them.
Yeah, he was just killing people.
Yeah. But how infectious is the happy Halloween?
Yeah, I really
happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
I've never heard London Bridge is falling down so many times.
Yeah, and just like what's terrible about it is that's now how that song goes to me. Like, I've watched Season of the Witch multiple times because I find the movie hilarious. And so now, like, it's not London Bridge is falling down, it's the Silver Shamrock theme song.
Well, now it is.
So, yeah. It's so good. I loved that movie so much.
Well,
it's so bad though.
I'm glad I made it. I don't think I'm gonna watch any other Halloween movies after that.
No, you can basically skip. Well, okay, so H2O wasn't terrible.
Nope.
The 20 years later one.
Nope.
That wasn't terrible, and Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back to make a last one.
I heard that.
Which is probably going to be terrible, but I'm also kind of like, I'll watch it because it's Jamie Lee Curtis. But
the only way they're going to make a Halloween that's going to get my attention is if they go all new Nightmare on it.
Like just a whole new generation of.
No. So like Wes Craven's New Nightmare was the Krueger movie where it went all meta, and
right.
Krueger was stalking the actors who were in the movie.
Right. Didn't they kind of do that on like Scream 3 or something?
Well, Scream was kind of that whole idea, but like that's it. right? Because it's all about movie meta.
Well, the first Scream, right, was them talking about horror movies the entire while in a horror movie.
Right.
And then like Scream 2 or Scream 3 was them one. And someone started killing them. Right? I hated the Scream movies. Like, I watched the first one or two of them one time each, and like I hated them. They were terrible.
It's no good.
Yeah. I don't know how they'll make a good new Halloween movie. I mean, Rob Zombie has tried and failed multiple times. But yeah, I don't know. Apparently, when Halloween 3 came out, you could buy the masks in stores because they mass produced them using the molds from the movie.
I believe that.
I wonder if I could find one. I would totally buy one.
And that's where we'll leave it for this week, I guess. Yeah, so I guess we'll probably be back on Thursday next week, and if that works for Kenneth, I don't know.
Thursday of next week?
Yeah, we're on to December, right?
Should be good. Thursday of next week will be the very end of November.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to be panicking over NaNoWriMo.
Yeah, that's my game jam deadline is right at the end of the week on Friday next week.
So I don't have anything going on next.
Well, all right. We'll be back Thursday night.
All right.
And
see y'all then.
Ta-ta.